Hi, you're welcome to Success Tips. In this video today, we will be discussing on why people become irrelevant, including those that used to be relevant in the past but then all of a sudden become irrelevant. Why do such happen? Okay, that is what we are going to be looking at in this video. Life in general is a journey that never ends. If you look at the whole sphere of your life, what used to be of you, in the past will never be your current wish. For instance, let's take a look at where you used to be 10 years ago. The phone you used during that period of time will never be appreciated by your current self now. The car you used to drive will never be appreciated by your current self. Your level of understanding and knowledge as at that time will never be appreciated by your current self. In fact, your kind of acquaintances, your level of riches and all other things that pertains to you 10 years ago, your current self will never be proud of it and your current self will never appreciate it. Now, why was that very obvious? Because 10 years is a very huge gap that is very easy to notice the difference. But then let me give you this secret, okay? Changes in time, changes in trend, changes in everything that you see in this life happens every little second of time. Okay, so every single second of time that you see that goes by, things keep changing. They are just insignificant to a level that is very difficult for you to comprehend. But for people who understand the mystery behind time, you will understand that every single second that ticks counts when it comes to changes in this life. This is how it happens, okay? Seconds will suddenly turn and become minutes, okay? Minutes will suddenly turn and become an hour. An hour will turn and become a day. A day will turn and become a week. That is how weeks will now turn to become months, and then that is how months will multiply to become years, and then years of course will become decades, and then decades will become centuries, and then before you know it, you will now see the cumulative effect of that little single seconds that you have neglected. Now, why am I taking time to explain all this? Because I want you to know that your needs, as humans, your wants as humans keeps on changing with time, okay? It keeps on upgrading, it keeps on increasing. The taste you used to have before will definitely not remain the same. The kind of things you used to like or used to want will never remain the same. The kind of cars you used to admire will never remain the same. The kind of clothes you need to wear will never remain the same. The kind of houses you want to stay in, the kind of people you want to interact with, the kind of places you want to be visiting will keep on changing. So time changes everything, and then once time moves, human wants will change, okay? So it's very important for you to understand this as a basis for you to understand what then makes people to lose their relevance. This takes us to the next part of this video, okay? How does this affect human relevance? Now I want you to understand this. Your relevance depends on human needs and wants. If you see anybody that is relevant out there, if you see anybody that is useful out there, if you see anybody that is respected out there, if you see anybody that is rich out there, that person is like that because he or she is able to meet up one need or the other. He or she is able to meet up to one want or the other, okay? So if you see a person that is becoming so much respected in a community, it's because there are sets of people that person is relevant to. There are a set of people that, their needs or wants get met by that person. But then in the midst of all that, human needs are endless, and then they continuously changes, they continuously metamorphose, they continuously change formation, they continuously increase in nature. Now let me give you an example, okay? In the past, all people needed in a shelter is just to have a roof over their head. And as time goes on, people now prefer to have the roof that is stronger, okay? Then with time, they prefer, roof that is kind of shiny, decorated, having all form of designs, and then with time they began to admire shelters that have those windows, and then with time even the windows, the way they like the windows began to change, and then all of a sudden it now shifted to using floors, tiles and all form of decorations, and then it shifted to interior decorations. From there it moved to looking for flowers and all sort of interior designs that will suit their own needs and wants, and then before you know it, it became so cumbersome that it keeps on changing with time. Now even to this stage, people are even moving to a stage where they want their shelter to be interacting with them just the way human beings interact with each other, and that is how that needs or that wants in that shelter will keep on changing and improving and upgrading and increasing till infinity. That is a simple illustration of the changing needs and wants of a man. Now let us assume that shelter, the ancient shelter used to be provided by one certain individual who then depends on it, for his respect, for his income, for his fame and everything, okay? with the phasing out of that ancient kind of shelter, that is how that person will become the poorest, irrelevant, and useless person in our society of today. Why? It will definitely happen that way because people will no longer have need and want in that products and services he is providing. As a result, it will just render the provider of that product and services useless. That is the simple pathology behind human irrelevance. In a natural situation, every single person loses a certain percentages of his relevance every single minute that passes, and there is no exemption to that. That is why the only difference between people who maintain their relevance for life and those that end up losing their relevance in a lifetime is because the people who maintain their relevance for a lifetime continuously improve themselves, continuously adjust themselves in order to suit the current human needs and wants, and that then in return balances the relevance that they lose on a continuous basis. Have you ever sat down and wonder why people who used to be hot cake and then all of a sudden in a blink of an eye became somebody that is not even recognized? That is a simple analogy of what is at play in this life. If you open your eyes, if you pay so much attention to what is happening in this life, if you study a lot about human existence, if you study a lot about changes in life, you will get to have your eye open to understand a lot of things that so many people don't get to see. Let me tell you this, there is a way you will understand whether you are going to lose the relevance by your current actions in the nearby future or you are going to increase your relevance in the nearby future. There are many ways you can be able to understand that, as long as you can sit down and take a deep look at yourself. Always sit to ask yourself important questions. Is this the best version of me that I will want to be in the next moment of time? Will I still be proud of what I am in the next moments of time? These are important questions that you ought to be asking yourself every minute, every hour, every day, okay? Because these are the things that will give you a hint as to whether you're going to remain relevant tomorrow or your relevance is going to shatter away. Especially when you find yourself just sitting down doing nothing, just discussing on things that will have no any impact on your future, just wasting time discussing rubbish and blunders. That is the kind of a question that you should be asking yourself, because every time you ask yourself that question, you're gonna get an answer that will definitely move you back to be on track and then start working on things that will make you the better version of what you will be proud of in the next moment of time. Now, before I give you time to go and sit down and ponder upon yourself of what you have listened so far in this video, I want to give you the last part of this video so that you will have enough time to go and think around it and then make amendments, okay? I want to give you one of the major things that you will need to do if you want to remain relevant for life. How can you be able to do that? Just go and then position yourself in a position where that relevance will continuously be in need, okay? What do I mean by that? Look at human needs, look at human wants, okay? Make your own analysis and then find out as to how long that need is going to last, how long that want is going to last, and then how feasible is it for you to be able to fit into that. Then once you are able to make your own findings and then discover the area within which the human wants and needs will last longer, then you position yourself to fit into that kind of area. And once you move yourself in there, then continuously improve yourself, continuously study about it, continue to make things that will increase your relevance in that aspect, continue to meet people that have more knowledge in that area, exchange ideas with people that are having common grounds with you, and then look towards people that you want to be like or people that have gone ahead of you. You shouldn't sit down and then tell yourself that, okay, I have arrived. That is one of the things that is going to kick you down, okay? Always tell yourself, okay, I am still on my journey, I am still on my path, to maintaining my relevance, and always have it at the back of your mind. Every single second that passes by, you lose a certain percentage of the current relevance that you are having, and that is how it is for every other person. And the only thing that makes a difference, the only thing that is going to make you to maintain your relevance is for you to continuously improve yourself, continuously add value to yourself, continuously add knowledge to yourself, so that you can be able to balance that percentage of relevance that you lose on a continuous basis. I will want you to know this. Even if you are proud of where you are today, even if your income can be able to solve your needs of today, even if the kind of fame you have is enough for you today, even if the kind of car you are driving satisfies you today, you should know that in the next couple of months that are coming, that is when you will begin to lose importance of those things. That is when those things cannot be able to satisfy you again. That is when you will not be proud of those things again. Why? Because the current money, the current income you're having cannot be able to afford the kind of lifestyle that you want with the continuous inflation, the kind of of services that you are rendering today will no longer be relevant. The kind of people that you are mingling with may no longer be the kind of people that will be needed for your own future. So it's very important for you to continuously improve on yourself, continuously study, continuously add to yourself, continuously study the changing human needs and wants, so that you will also keep on changing yourself in that direction. And then with that, you will maintain your relevance for as long as you live and for as long as you keep adding to yourself. I believe this video was very helpful to you, and I believe you will go and find your quiet time and then sit down and then have a deep reflection upon yourself to find out the kind of actions that you need to take in order to maintain your own relevance. I believe you have found value overall in this video. Thank you guys for coming to this video. If this was your first time on this YouTube channel, I will want you to click on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell. And if you're a returning viewer, I would love to say thank you. Thank you so much for coming back to this content. I would love one favor from you guys. Please share this video with just one person. Thank you guys. See you guys in another video. Bye.